welcome again for the third time, but go ahead and send us a quick message if you have not checked in and for your attendance. Also, if you're not muted, could you please mute just so I don't hear that static? I think Becky is not muted and Sonia, there you go, Sonia. Becky, bottom left corner to mute. Thank you, guys. That way I can hear myself talk. Okay, so we are so excited. This is our last and final call. Well, kind of. We are going to have one next week, but it's more of a Q&A, like pick our brain type of meeting. Yeah. So let's just say that this is our last training of Made for More. And I want to, and I know I started last meeting with this, you guys, but I want you guys to give yourselves a big pat on the back because, again, I said in the very first meeting, I said there's two types of people that are going to be in this Made for More group. One person that's going to start and fizzle out, and the second person is going to start and finish with us. And you guys are the people. And I think that this, I have to say, this is probably our biggest group that we've finished with, Shelly, don't you think?
I know. I'm looking at people even popping in. 3 of you popped in just now.
I'm so excited. So congratulations on finishing. And I know that this is not the end. So I hate to say that it's finishing, but I know that a lot of you guys are working towards Mastermind. So we're going to go over that really quick, and then we're going to get started. So just a reminder, and I know that we did this last week, but I reminded you guys about Mastermind. And Mastermind is the, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Mastermind is what is next, okay? And who wants to tell me the requirements to get into Mastermind? Becky, go ahead. Go. Let's see if I can unmute you.
Oh, I bet I can. There. Oh, she muted herself, so she has to undo it. Bottom left corner still. Nope.
If you click the mute button that you clicked, it will just unmute you. I don't know if you're on a phone or computer.
I don't know why it's not working.
Okay, while she's trying to unmute, does anybody else know the requirements for Mastermind? Michelle?
Isn't it one team member and 8 shows on your calendar?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, Becky, you're unmuted. I see now.
2 team members on their group?
Yes, 2 team members
to move on. Mm-hmm.
2 team members, and you had 2 weeks as of last week. Okay, so as of now, we have 1 more week, a little longer than a week, but about 8 days in the month left, and you have those 8 days to recruit 2 people to your team, okay? So the reason that we do that is because in Mastermind, that is like you are ready to promote. You are solely focused on promoting in 30 days. And so getting a fresh start with those 2 people on your team is why we require that, because those are the people that are promoting next month, okay? So let's cheer so that some people on, because I know that some of you do have 2 people on your team. So raise your hand if you have 2 people on your team right now and you know that you're moving on. Woo woo! Sonia, Brittany, Michelle, was your hand raised? Yeah? Anybody else that I missed?
I don't know. And those of you that are mute and I don't see pictures, you can always comment.
Oh yeah, in the chat.
In the chat, yeah.
Okay, so I saw those 3. That's awesome. Who else? Who wants to move on to Mastermind? Maybe you have 1 team member, maybe you have 0 team members, but who wants to? Renee, I see your hand up. Woo,
Yeah.
woo. Becky, I see your hand. That's awesome. Katie, I see your hand. Hilda said me in the chat. That's awesome. And there's 2 pages, so I hope I'm not missing anybody.
I think that's it, yeah.
Okay. Yay. So you guys, I want to tell you guys that we have an opportunity event. We were supposed to do it last Sunday, but Kelly didn't get her shit together. So we're going to be doing it this Sunday. Just keeping it real. So Shelly's like, are you going to join the group? Are you going to join the group? Are you going to? I'm like, no. It was too late by the time I did. Okay. So anyways, you guys, we're not perfect. So it is this coming Sunday.
This Sunday.
Okay. At, what time did we decide? 6?
Yeah. 6. 7? I have to look.
7? 6
I'll look. You guys go. I'll look.
So we are doing an opportunity event just for you guys. And if you're a part of the Inspire Tribe, so under me and underneath, we have one this Wednesday as well, okay? So you have 2 opportunity events if you're on the Inspire Tribe that you can be inviting people to this. And this is a great way to start giving people information about the business that are curious, okay? So just for you guys, we are doing a special one on Sunday. Did you look at the time yet?
Sunday at 7 p.m.
Okay, Sunday at 7 p.m. And we're going to create the group. We actually already have the group created. So if you're not in it yet, why don't you let us know, because we will add you. We will also post it, if we haven't already, in the September Made For More group. And all you need to do is click join, okay? Okay, perfect. And Shelly and I are going to be doing the postings. We're going to be taking care of the work inside the group, okay? Your only job is to invite people to that group, okay? And then we will teach you how to follow up with them after the group, okay? So that is something that you guys can do. It's really easy that you're just inviting them to that, okay? Any questions about anything that I just talked about with Mastermind or the opportunity event or 2 team members? Okay. All right, so Shelly's gonna kick us off tonight. We are gonna be talking about your why and goal setting. I did do a little bit of a preface video earlier on our Facebook page, and I hope that everybody saw that. I know I was having technical difficulties this morning with my Wi-Fi, but
it did come through. I saw it.
Okay, so that was kind of just to help you prepare for this meeting. And if you did not get a chance, maybe you've been working all day, whatever, if you didn't get a chance to do what I asked you guys to do in that video, you can do it after this. I really highly recommend you doing it because it is such a powerful activity to do. But yeah, so Shelly's gonna kick us off with some vision.
This is exciting because we haven't done this before, and it is so powerful. And I am so excited to be doing this with you because this is what I want you guys to create your vision. I want you to envision yourselves. So in order to do this, what we're gonna do is we are gonna have everybody close their eyes. Okay? Everybody close your eyes.
I'm gonna do it too. I hope that's okay.
So what I want you guys to do is you are going to envision yourself as a director. Okay? I want you to think about how will it feel when you get that email, when you find out that the sales are in and everything is qualified and you're finally a director. How is that going to make you feel? Can you feel it? When you reach director, what are you doing? Are you celebrating with your friends and family? Are you calling all your team members and celebrating and excited? Are you crying? Maybe you're calling someone else. I don't know, but think about what you'll be doing when you realize you're finally reached your directorship. What will you do with your first director paycheck? So this paycheck is going to be much more substantial than it is now. So what are you going to do with that? Will you pay off something that you've got hanging over you? Are you going to maybe take a vacation that you've always wanted? Maybe you want to get maybe that purse or a pair of shoes you've been eyeing. Or maybe something simple just to reward yourself of getting maybe your hair and your nails done. But what are you going to do with that first paycheck? What can you envision yourself paying for? Okay, so here's a good one. I want you guys to really picture this. Pampered Chef always recognizes our new directors. So picture your name across all of the home office announcements and our recognition on our team pages as being the newest director. Can you see your name? Can you see where it's gonna go? Now about your picture. Now this is what I want you to see. What is going to be that moment that you're gonna envision yourself in red, walking across stage at national conference, waving at everybody, hearing all the screams just cheering for you, being able to like high five Jean and Kathy when you walk across stage. Do you know what you're gonna be wearing? Are you gonna be all in red? Does that give you the goosies thinking about how that's gonna be? Is your heart pumping a little bit faster knowing that you're going to be a director? So maybe a few of you are feeling it and you're kind of getting choked up a little. But this is your why. This is what the emotion feels like. This is why you want to be on our vision board, on our team pages. Why you want to be a leader of this company. So just envisioning how it's going to happen and how you're going to feel. That's your why. Okay, so I want you guys to open your eyes. How was that? Can you see it? Are you excited about it? Who's excited? But we just want you guys to know that it is so exciting. This is something that you're working toward, and that the payoffs are huge, and it is so worth it. Because if you just kind of see what happens and not try every day and not work toward what you want, you're missing out, because this is the best place to be. You know, you get to hang out with the leaders, and you get to, you know, plan things and make a difference in people's lives. And so having that vision of how it's going to feel for you, and then once you're there, oh my gosh, it's so exciting. So I just wanted you guys to really, really kind of feel in your heart and know that it's reachable. It's something that's going to happen. And for those that are working right now, getting your 2 recruits, it's going to happen next month. By the end of the month, you're going to be a director. And it's exciting that we get to help you get there. So I just thought that was so cool. So who is in? Who is excited about getting 2 recruits by the end of the month? I'm excited for you guys. But so we just wanted you guys to kind of just envision yourselves as a director. And that's just going to help us with this next part that Kelly's going to be talking to us about.
Hilda said I was already tearing up. LOL. I love it. I always get like full head to toe goosebumps when I do that. Like,
I know. And I'm like, oh my gosh, walking as an exec. I mean, that's Kelly at conference and me. So you'll be.
So I think too, like, also, I know that there's a few directors on here. So those that are directors, I want you to, and we should have said this in the beginning, but that's okay. But with this next step, like, I want you to envision what's next. And maybe you're going to go full force and you're not a director yet, but maybe you want to go next step. Okay. And in this next portion that I'm going to be doing, maybe you want to talk about advanced director or senior director. And the reason that I say that is, like, I want you guys to dream big, and I don't want you guys to dream small at all. Like, I want these dreams that we're going to talk about in a second to scare the living shit out of you. Okay. And that's what I did. I did this, and my dreams and my vision that I created for myself scare the crap out of me. And I think that that is why it's so powerful when it scares you. Okay. So I'm going to quickly go over the contrast and clarity thing. I'm not going to do the whole thing with you guys, but that is basically, raise your hand if you did it. And it's okay if not. Okay. So if you didn't, again, it's okay to do it after the fact. Okay. You're going to be a little bit of, you're not even going backwards, whatever. Okay. So basically I want you to write down 1 through 10. I want you to write down 10 things that you don't like about your life. Okay. And it's okay. I want to tell you this because I could not think about 10. I have 8 on my list. Okay. And I was trying to think of other things, like, what do I not like about my current situation? And I felt like it's okay if you don't have the full 10. Okay. I didn't say that on the video, but it's okay. But you want to try to find those things that really dive deep into you that you do not enjoy or not like. And then the next list of 10 is your clarity statements. So we're taking those negative things, because usually our mind goes to the negative. So it's easier to come up with those negative statements. And then you're going to be transitioning those to the clarity, the positive affirmations. Okay. So that is an example. I'm sorry. My husband's just walking in the door. Thank goodness. Okay. So let's talk about your vision. Okay. So we just had you guys close your eyes and envision where you want to be. But now we're really going to dive into what it takes and what you need to do to make your vision and your why and your goals come true. Because we don't want to make these goals and these visions and just say, oh, that was fun, let's just not do it now. No, we have those aspirations for a reason. So we want to do it. So what I want to tell you guys is, when you focus on the why, the how tends to show up. Okay. And what also I want to tell you is, success does not come to those who want it. It comes to those who do it. So I want you to ask yourself right now, and actually every single day, I want you to ask yourself, what did I do today to get me one step closer to my vision or my goal? And if it was nothing, okay, are you the one wanting it, or are you the one doing it? Okay. So what I want you guys to think about right now is, I want everybody to get a blank piece of paper, and I'm actually going to give you a few minutes to do this, because this is so powerful, and you may have to stop. I may not give you enough time. So I'm going to encourage you, if I don't give you enough time, to continue it after our meeting. But what I want you to do is I want you to think of all different areas of your life. Things like your job, your finances, your house, your relationships, your body, your free time, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna create a vision. You're gonna write down the vision that you have for your life, okay? So your vision needs to excite you, okay? It needs to move you. You can think of new things. You're going to add things to this, but you're going to want to dream big and make it very crystal clear of everything you want to create in your life, okay? So I'm gonna give you some examples, and you guys can start writing if you want to, but when you think about your job, what are you doing as your job? How many hours a day are you working? Where are you working? Who are you working with? Do you have an entire team underneath you, and how many people? What are they doing? Do you have a mentor? So what is that job that you have a vision of? So crystal clear of how many people are on your team. What title are you? What's your income? Next is your finances. I just said this, but what's your income? What's your annual income that you want to bring in every single year? Do you get bonuses? What are those bonuses? Do you have a savings? Do you have an investing account? How much are you investing? How are you investing? I want you to get really, really specific with numbers and how. Let's think about your house. What does it look like? Where is it? Is it by the ocean? Is it in the mountains? Do you have a guest house? Do you have horses? Do you have animals? Do you have a pool? Your relationships. Are you single? Are you married? What is your relationship like with your significant other? Do you guys have weekly date nights? Do you have a passionate relationship? What about your immediate family? Do you have family dinners? Do you laugh together? Do you talk together? What kind of friendships do you have? Are they encouraging? Are they supportive? What do you guys do together? Your body. Are you strong? Are you energetic? Are you rested? Are you flexible? Are you thin? Are you sexy? Are you full of muscle? Do you work out every day? Do you have a healthy relationship with food? And I know I'm going through these fast. I'm going to give you a moment to write when I'm done. And then your free time and your community. What do you do in your free time? What are your hobbies that you do? How often do you do them? Do you travel? Do you play an instrument? What do you like to do for fun? What luxuries do you enjoy? How do you give back to your community? Do you volunteer? So I want you to think of, if you had all the money and all the time in the world, what would your life look like in just 2 to 3 years in all those areas? So right now I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes. Yes, we're going to sit here for 5 minutes. And I'm going to have you guys write down something, a crystal clear vision. I'm going to give you just a few more seconds to finish writing. I'm going to ask you to stop where you're at right now, but then you can always come back to this, okay? So what I want to challenge you guys to do is I want to challenge you guys to do this exact activity every single quarter of the year, okay? And I know that we're coming into the 4th quarter of the end of 2019. And the reason that I personally did this myself, I have, like I said, I have huge goals going into 2020. And so why not give us an extra quarter to work on those goals? So I'm giving myself 5 quarters. So that's why I wanted to start now. Okay, and why not finish off the year strong? So you just did it for the end of this year, but I'm going to encourage you guys to do it in the start of obviously January, and then the next quarter, all 4 quarters of next year, okay? So what I want you to do is take a very long look of that vision that you just created for yourself in your life, and I want you to circle or star some of your top 3 goals that you have for yourself. These non-negotiable goals that you want to accomplish in the next year, let's just say year. So one thing about this vision, about creating a vision for your life, and you know what I'm saying is this is not just Pampered Chef. This is not just business. We looked at all different areas of our lives. I'll tell you for myself, when I talked about when I chose my 3 non-negotiable goals, actually none of them were about Pampered Chef this, Pampered Chef that. But I will tell you that one of them is income driven and the other is being debt free. So those, what's my driver for those two things? My business, okay? So I'm going to encourage, when you're choosing those top three, I want you to make sure that they're in at least 3 different categories. So don't do all the house stuff. Don't do all the job stuff. Try to make them in 3 different categories of your life, okay? And this way, if you do it in 3 different categories, those areas, other areas of your life are not going to suffer. Okay, so if you just choose goals or vision and focus on them in one category of your life, let's say your job, the other areas of your life are probably going to suffer a little bit. So that's why we want to choose a goal in each 3 different categories. Okay, I'm going to encourage you guys to read this vision every single day, not just their 3 goals, but I want you to read the entire vision. My vision, I can just show you guys, is an entire page of scribbles. Okay, and I'm going to be reading this every single day. And I want you guys to read yours every single day, because what will happen is, it's kind of crazy, but what will happen is these things start coming true and they start happening. And you're like, oh my gosh, I read this on my vision every single day and now I can check it off or cross it off. That's like the best feeling ever. So reading those every day, it really is insane. You can read them multiple times a day, but when you start reading them, think of reading this vision for 3 years every single day. Every single day for the next 3 years, you're going to be reading this. What do you think that vision is going to do? It's going to change, because of course you're going to be dreaming bigger, because you're going to be acknowledging and accomplishing these things. So for this next step, I did post, and it's okay if you didn't have time to go see it, but again, you can go back to it. On our September Made for More group, I posted 2 charts, okay? And I'm going to open them myself so that you guys can kind of get, I should have done this while you guys were working. I didn't think about it. Okay. So everybody have their 3 goals chosen. Let me share my screen. Okay. So this is going to be a chart, and I recommend printing this out if you can eventually. You don't have to do it right now. But these are where you're going to be writing your 3 goals. So your 1 goal, your 2 goal, and your 3 goal, okay? So where do you need to be? You're going to ask yourself, for that first goal, let's just focus on goal 1. Where do you need to be in 3 months to accomplish that goal in a year? Where do you need to be in 6 months? Where do you need to be in 9 months? Where do you need to be in a year? So these are kind of like quarterly marks throughout the year that will help you stay on track in accomplishing this goal in a year. When you set a yearly goal or yearly vision, it can be a little bit overwhelming. And we're going to even break that down even further. But really, when you break it down, okay, so I'll just tell you guys, for my debt-free journey, like I want to be debt-free, and I want to get our habits and our spending habits under control. So in 3 months, I want to be consistently paying off over $2,000 a month, okay? And that would, with 3 months of doing that, that would me be paying off $6,000 of debt. Then in 6 months, I upped it a little, and I said, well, we have a lot of stinking debt, so let's pay off $3,000 extra a month. So what is that, those marks that you need to be hitting each quarter to accomplish that goal, okay? So we're going to be defining it a little bit further. And so that's kind of the first step. You're going to do that for all 3 goals, is 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 1 year, okay? And I want to tell you what you need to do each month, week, and day is going to get you to these goals. You can break them up each quarter, but let's go even further, okay? Because we don't want these big, scary goals we want to break them down, okay? And we really want to break them down into daily steps, daily actions, and daily habits. So it's always said that you'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. So like I said earlier, if asking yourself every single day, what did I do today to get me closer to my goal? Or what am I going to do if it's in the morning today to get me closer to my goal? Okay, so same thing. Breaking these goals, goal 1, 2, and 3, down into monthly, weekly, and daily habits. So using my debt-free example, my monthly, I'm continuing budgeting, cutting out expenses, and bringing in more money. Weekly, I'm challenging us to do like a weekly little savings. I want to meal plan my foods for 7 days a week and purchase foods that are less expensive. Okay. You guys are going to laugh at this. I can't believe I'm sharing this. And then daily, don't look at Amazon or Instagram to start buying things, because I do it at night, every night. Don't challenge ourselves, both my husband and I, to have no spend days. And use cash for everything and be creative when it comes to money. Okay? So see how I broke that big debt-free goal, and that is big for us. We have lots of debt. Into monthly, or I broke it down into quarterly goals, quarterly marks, sorry. And then I broke it even further down into what am I going to do monthly, what am I going to do weekly, and daily? What are those daily habits that I need to get under control and stop doing? Okay? So these are great. You guys can print both of those little charts out. I just created it and I posted it in the group. So they're just pictures. And so that's what I think that the consistency of this, of constantly looking at your vision, consistently going through and asking yourself, what are you doing every single day? What are you doing every single week and month and quarter of the year to get through to your goals? These little behaviors is what is important in accomplishing your goals. Okay? So I want to end with, and my leaders that are on here, you've heard me talk about this. I'm obsessed with this new planner I just got, you guys. But there's these top 10 tips for success. And these are so crucial. And I will post this as well. So just listen right now. You don't have to write these down. But number 1, who you surround yourself with is everything. Find people that celebrate you when you win and catch you when you fall. Number 2, develop a morning routine. The first hour of the day dictates the remaining 23. Number 3, get crystal clear on your life you want to create. When you focus on the why, the how shows up. Number 4, energy is the secret to success. Find the positive in everything, even even what seems negative. There are always blessings and there are always lessons. Number 5, learn to master your time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. How you spend them will dictate your future. That one is so, so crucial. Number 6, don't make excuses for your dreams. There are no excuses when you really want it. Sacrifice feels better than regret. Number 7, lead with a servant's heart. When you expect nothing in return, you get everything. Number 8, judge no one. You probably have no idea how much it actually shooting you in the foot. Judgment is all the negative energy. Number 9, compare yourself to no one. It'll not only rob you of your joy, it'll rob you of your dreams. And number 10, work with the working and not the willing. I'm going to repeat that. Work with the working and not the willing. Aren't those awesome? If you're curious what planner, I promise I'm not selling this, but I'm just telling you, is the Rise Up planner. I like love, 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 love.
Where'd you
Love
get
it.
that?
Just off Amazon.
Amazon? Okay.
Yeah. So that is what we have for vision and creating your vision and creating your goals. Okay. It's not Rachel Hollis. No. So I'm obsessed with Beachbody. If you guys know what that is, it's a workout company, basically a workout direct sales company. And I use their workout programs. And this girl that wrote the book is one of their top coaches. So one of their basically top consultants that is in their company or whatever. So it's not Rachel Hollis, but I mean, similar ideas, I guess, right? Yeah. Okay, what questions or comments do you guys have? Nothing?
No.
Does anybody feel empowered or ready to crush some goals? Hilda said, still taking notes. I love it. And I'm going to encourage you guys again to continue this. Okay. So if you, obviously this 30 minutes, almost 40 minutes that we've been together, like when I did this, I had to take like, I think sat down and did it for a few days. Like I went away from it and I came back just because I feel like it's so, so important for your life. So Shelly, were you going to say something?
Nope.
Okay. So I think that what we're going to do is we'll hop off tonight, and we do have a meeting next week because it's the 30th. There's 5 Mondays in this month. And what we're going to do next week is we're really going to ask you guys to come with questions. Okay. We're going to ask you, we gave you so much information the last 4 weeks that we're going to ask you to simply come to pick our brains. Okay. This is your time that you can specifically ask us questions about your parties, about your business, about your recruit leads, about your team, about income, about whatever you want to know. Okay. Whatever you need help with. And then we're also going to end with some celebration next week on who's moving on with us, because it's the day before the 1st. So that's exciting. And yeah, that's it. Okay.
Nice.
Any questions before we hop off or comments?
Nope.
Okay. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great week, and I will chat with you guys next week.
All right. Be sure to continue to send us screenshots and post questions, and we'll help you guys throughout the week.
Okay. See ya.
See you next week.